My name is Ron Iden, father of three sons, two of whom live in San Antonio. Got four grandchildren here in San Antonio. Another son who lives in California, and two grandchildren there. Married to this lady, my wife Laura, in September it'll be 40 years.
I'm Laura Iden, and I'm Ron's wife, and as he mentioned, we've been married for 40 years, and I'm originally from Texas. Haven't lived here since high school, but I have, our family is in California. We live in Thousand Oaks and Texas, so we go back and forth because, as Ron mentioned, we have grandchildren here as well, and so it's really nice. We have actually 4 granddaughters who are under the age of 6.
What kind of home were you looking to build, and why were those things important to you?
We had been talking for many years about building our dream home for retirement, and we had looked in all around really the hill country area for quite a few years, and so kept coming back to Cordillera. It's such a beautiful, beautiful property. We were introduced to Charles Mueller, one of Cordillera's associates. Charles showed us properties for a number of years, and we finally settled on the lot that we built this home on, which is on the golf course, beautiful view. And again, like I said, it's the dream home that we'd hoped for so many years.
It actually, we looked at several lots for a long time, and of course before that, we were with Charles and just riding around, and we really did look forward to just coming out to this area and in Cordillera and looking around, and but it got to be, we couldn't find anything because originally we wanted to buy something, and then when we decided to build, it was just like, oh, this is going to work, this is going to be good.
How did you hear about Lifestyle by Stadler?
We heard about Stadler through Charles Mueller from Cordillera. We met with Ray, we met with his team, felt really comfortable with Ray and the team. And it was really an easy decision for us to go with Stadler for builders for our home. Yeah. I'd say too, Ray and his team offered a lot of great ideas. This is the first home we have built, and it'll be the last stage in my life where this is like I said, this is our dream home, and it's our dream location. Everything is perfect. But I have to say, Ray and his team were just so helpful with a lot of creative ideas. And then we were introduced to an architect, Gustavo Arredondo, who designed the home, and we just couldn't have asked for a greater team.
What stood out about Lifestyle by Stadler that drove your decision to move forward with us compared to another builder?
Yeah, we met Ray early on. We met his team early on. He was highly recommended by people who we have a lot of trust and faith in. And we just connected with Ray and his team immediately. We felt very comfortable with them. Yeah. Very sincere, very straightforward, and we couldn't have felt more comfortable with any other builder.
Yeah, and we did look around. We spoke to other builders, and then we just decided that we felt really comfortable with Ray Stadler.
How would you describe the communication and support throughout the process?
The Stadler team was always available by phone, by text, by email. We came out, we weren't here when the house was being built, so we made a number of trips out here to check on the status of the build. And they kept us up to date in terms of what was taking place, what the next stage would look like, and answered all of our questions. Again, we're very forthright with informing us of what to expect in the next stages.
And we were back and forth. It's not like we were living here and we were here all the time. And I think that for us, it was so convenient to know, and we felt very comfortable knowing that anytime we wanted to reach out to Ray and his staff for any questions or any concerns that we had at all, that we did, and we were able to, they got that quickly, and so it was more comfortable than I thought originally it was going to be, because we weren't here all the time. So that was the big thing there, but yeah, it worked out really well.
Jason Redwick is a guy that really deserves a lot of thanks. He was so attentive, so responsive. He was our on-site representative and just had a ton of trust and confidence in him, and so appreciated his attentiveness to us and responsiveness to us.
Can you talk to us a little bit about any moments that made you feel especially taken care of by the Lifestyle by Stadler team?
You know, any and every time we called or texted or emailed, we got an immediate response back and felt confident that whatever question we had would be answered, and that even questions that I didn't need to think to ask would be raised and answered for me. It was just a whole series over the course of the build that caused us to feel really comfortable in the selection of Lifestyle by Stadler.
Yeah, and I remember the design with the pool and then in the backyard. Originally we were going to have these huge, and we did actually have the huge butter blocks, right? Well, they were placed and everything, but we all started talking about what we really wanted, and so Ray was like, okay, we're going to get rid of these, and we're going to just, and he was very calm and very, just like, this is what we're going to do, and that's going to look good out there. And so, yeah, it was. I do remember that. I think that was very.
Yeah, that's a good point. We hadn't decided on the pool initially, but then as we started building out the backyard, it became clear that it would be a good decision on our part for so many reasons to expand that backyard into the environment it is today. It's beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, we love it.
What do you think sets Lifestyle by Stadler apart from other builders that you were considering at the time?
I think it was just more of a personal touch, and very comfortable. We just, because we both like to ask a lot of questions, and so it was just like, he was so accommodating. The whole team just seemed that way.
Yeah, I'd say Cordillera is blessed with a lot of great builders, and Stadler is right there. And it was that element of trust. We had some conversations with a couple others, and they all, were very comfortable with. But Ray and his team just seemed to go above and beyond, just in the way we communicated with them, and they communicated with us, and that element of trust was there.
How do you feel when you walk into your home now?
It's just awesome. It really is. I mean, we come in, and the smell of the home, and it's a new home, and just this great room, that we see, and it's just an unbelievable feeling, and we feel so blessed that at this point in our lives, we can enjoy something like this.
When we arrive here, we often say to one another, it seems like we're walking into a resort. The home is incredible, the view is tremendous, and you just feel so at ease and at peace here.
As someone who's been through the full custom home experience, what tips would you share with someone who is about to start building their first home?
I'd say first, research the builders, speak to references, speak to people whose homes have been built by those builders. And like I said earlier, all of the preferred builders in Cordillera, I think, are exceptional. But then beyond that, have conversations with the people who are going to be working with you through the build, and talk through the details. Find a great architect, someone that you trust who can design the home that you want, and then have conversations with the builder about their any ideas they have to improve the layout, the design of the home. But I'd say do your research, spend a lot of time with the people that you believe you're interested in working with, and you'll at some point come to a comfortable feeling that you're with the right team.
And I feel it's important to take your time, feel confident with all the processes that go on, and not to get overly worried about anything, because you could get stuck on like one thing, and then but you got to move on and just have the confidence that everything's going to work out okay, and it certainly did with us.
Would you recommend Lifestyle by Stadler to anyone considering building, and why?
Well, absolutely. The Stadler name is known far and wide for good reason, and you can't go wrong working with Lifestyle by Stadler.
Yeah, and we've had friends come up from our home area in California and come out and see the house, and a few folks come out and they're just stunned. They just think it's incredible, and the whole process, and so yeah, our friends like it too. So
the initial reaction is one of trust, and then as you go through your conversations, you develop confidence. And then as you see the build, you see the quality, and all of those things coming together in the end result here. Lifestyle by Stadler is got to be one of the premier builders in the whole San Antonio area. Jason paid so much attention to the fit and finish. We walked through doing our punch list items, and he saw things that I never would have noticed. But
yeah.
He was into the minutiae. There was nothing major, but he saw the minor little things that needed to be worked on and pointed them out and took care of them. Couldn't ask for more.
Yeah.